Hello and welcome once again to MMA India's Vaux podcast series, a MMA India Voice and Audio Council initiative powered by IVM. The Vox podcast has always attempted to empower and enable marketers with best in class expertise to better navigate their voice and audio journeys. Today's podcast is dedicated to help decode and demystify key aspects of the essential guide to voice and audio marketing and MMA Group M powered playbook. This playbook aims at helping the digital community understand the potential of voice technology across consumer experience, content marketing, and advertising. The toolkit also captures various trends, consumer behavior, marketer outlook, and recommendations for marketers. So, in today's podcast, we will focus on one key emerging trend from the playbook, and that is connected audio solutions. We will discuss the potential of connected audio solutions, how it's evolved, and how it can effectively be leveraged by marketers. Do ensure you grab your copy of the Guide to Voice and Audio Marketing from the link in the description below and download it to learn more about the best in class practices in voice and audio marketing. On that note, as we move forward to help us decode connected audio solutions, we have with us a seasoned business and strategy expert with rich experience across industries, be it telecom or e-commerce. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Teena Sidana on this show. Teena is a seasoned business leader with 12 years plus experience and is currently leading third party integration on Alexa across Alexa skills and voice services. Her team also drives the monetization of ads for Alexa India. Alexa, as we all know, is a pioneer and a household name in voice solutions. So, on that note, Teena, welcome aboard, and it's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you, Monica. It's really my pleasure to be a part of this podcast series, and it's a great opportunity for me to talk about voice and connected audio solutions to millions of customers and marketers. Really happy to be here.
Fantastic. And before we get into any conversation, I am going to ask you to tell us a little more about the role you play at
Sure.
Alexa and the portfolio you drive. I mean, it's really intriguing from what we understand on you enabling and leading third party integrations. It'll be worth telling our listeners and me a little more about it.
Sure, I'll be happy to help you there. My team and I are a part of the Alexa group that helps get Alexa to brands and helps them with their voice strategy. So, if you're a brand with content like kids' rhymes, recipes, devotional content, or you just want to give voice to your own technology brand and want to integrate Alexa, ours is a team that will help you get there. We're a team of business development as well as solution architecture people who help you get Alexa in your TV, your fitness band, your content, your app, you name it, you have it. So our team helps you get voice.
Awesome. That sounds super interesting. And thank you for explaining that. So, our listeners have really been keen to learn more about connected audio solutions. And it's really a very new and emerging space, but growing very rapidly. So, I want to make sure that we're able to first break down some basics for our listeners and our audience, and then move into how we can strategically integrate it, in marketing plans. So, let me
Sure.
start off by asking you, the word connected audio solutions, in a sense, sounds a bit technical, right? But if you had to, in a very simple way, explain what does it really mean and how do users really engage with these connected solutions in our daily lives, how would you sort of describe that?
Sure. I think before we go to connected audio, let's talk about voice. Voice
Right.
technology breaks the barriers of language, of education, of understanding, and is a very natural way to communicate. Voice is ubiquitous, And hence,
Hmm.
connected audio touchpoints are increasingly becoming a big part of our lives. You can see it from the voice searches we do, gathering information, whether it's listening to music or entertainment on our smart TVs, or just enjoying the convenience of saying, switch on my smart bulb. Customers today interact with connected devices throughout their day. From the time we wake up, our alarm is set on a smart device, which is our phone. We track our morning workout on our smart watches. We drive to work and use assistants for traffic or weather updates. We check our calendars and appointments every day. And when we are back home, we rely on our smart devices or connected audio devices for entertainment through smart TVs and smart speakers. Connected audio touchpoints integrate naturally in our daily lives and are here to stay. It is a very useful medium to reach a large
Hmm.
audience whenever we want and wherever they are.
Sure. Got it. That helps. That helps. All right. So now that we've understood much better on how it
Mhm.
is an integral part of our lives, right? We've seen it really evolve, over a period of time, and one
Yeah,
has really been, each time one has been surprised with the kind of use cases that have got created out of these solutions, right? So, I just want you to maybe explain to us how the evolution has really occurred and how the entire stack has grown, wherein now we also know that it is not a device in isolation, it is a device in devices across many gadgets now, right? So
absolutely.
how has it all evolved and how has it reached this far?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Monica. I think voice today, as we see it, is the second highest consumed media channel now. It is
Correct.
ubiquitous, like I said, and India itself has more than 150 million monthly voice
Hmm.
technology users already. They're using it for
Wow.
streaming music, to use their smart home devices, and even doing routine tasks like checking their calendar, checking their alarm, or even paying their bills. All of
Right.
this is driven by the urge to try new technology. Let me give you a
Right.
fact. More than, I think, 90% customers have purchased their first smart home device in the last 2 years. So, voice and connected audio is growing super, super fast. Voice
Hmm.
technologies are enabling personalization at a mass scale. There are over 80 million voice shoppers in India today, and it is estimated to grow at an impressive rate of over 100% by this year. The
Wow.
reason we say that voice is where it is today and why it evolves is it helps bridge the language gap as well. We all know that
Correct.
70% of Indian internet users today prefer to use a language other than English. And
Sure.
voice is the bridge that helps them get there and interact in a way that is familiar to them. Let me talk
Hmm.
about something closer home. I've been associated with the Alexa team since the time we launched 5 years ago. When we first launched Alexa in India, voice enabled smart speakers were a completely new category. In
Hmm.
just over 5 years today, millions of Indian customers interact with Alexa in English, in Hindi, and Hinglish on the Echo family of
Okay.
devices, Fire TV, Amazon Shopping app, which has 100 million plus downloads, the Alexa built in devices by some of the top brands like a Boat, a Samsung, a Xiaomi, and LG. So you name it, you have it.
Hmm.
Everywhere today, every brand that we have been associated with has voice as a part of an integral part of their technology. Almost 50% customers from these come from non-metro cities. So this gives away the myth that it is a very urban phenomena or only a limited set of customers want to use voice. The number of
Correct.
Alexa users have actually increased over 100% just in the last 2 years. And as we
Wow.
speak, Alexa is bringing innovation to expand the usage of voice through very unique use cases. Nobody between us would have thought that we could pay our gas bills to a government agency using Alexa. Could we shop conveniently on the Amazon app using Alexa or even start your car? So, all of these are such good examples of how voice is just at the beginning of what we call this connected audio revolution.
Wow, that's just eye-opening to an extent which one wouldn't even ever kind of imagine when we see it all,
Yeah,
kind of spoken about, like in as a like a 360 pack, where you literally described a 360 pack on how it is integrated, and it's a part of so many
yeah,
digital journeys that we are seeing. So that is really, really sort of helpful and enriching. Thank you for really talking us through all of that. Now that
sure.
we've with your help understood that what how we don't use the term connected audio solutions, but still how integral it is to our daily lives, how it has really now become so much more integral to several digital journeys. On that
Yeah.
note, I think it's time for us to probably delve a little on, now that so many use cases are available and are only going to grow. It's important to understand how marketers can leverage this new and emerging trend better, right? And
Mhm.
what are some of those use cases which you could share with us in terms of how marketers have already, joined the bandwagon and are trying to sort of
Yeah.
make the most of this piece of technology that exists? And I'm sure the objectives will be different. Maybe first you could share with us, examples around how they've leveraged it for, say, storytelling for their brands.
Got it. Got it. Absolutely. I think voice can do a lot of things for brands. It could drive
Mm-hmm.
reach, it could drive engagement, but at the core of all the examples is going to be making your customers' lives a lot more convenient. If we work backwards from the customer and figure out the problem we are trying to solve for the brand and customer, it should be a regular day in, day out scenario and a sustained strategy, just like probably social media is today. So at the
Sure.
start of it, as marketers, we need to identify what are we trying to solve for our customers. Is the objective to
Mm.
drive awareness for a new launch, or are we trying to engage with the customers at a deeper level and ultimately driving consideration for a purchasing? So, in fact, in our recently published playbook together, Monica, if you recall, we
Sure.
talk about how brands can build a voice strategy in a lot of detail. I'll take a quick
Mm.
example from there. Um, if you're a brand looking to improve recall, awareness, and want to market a premium product, maybe the
Mm.
audio ads on Alexa can give you a reach amongst the Alexa Echo device owners. On the other
Right.
hand, if you are trying to create a long term, sustained, customized, engaging experience, trying to drive trials, trying to drive engagement at scale, the Amazon shopping app can help you do so. We are also
Mm-hmm.
able to reach a very niche base of customers depending on the type of sponsorship or the type of engagement experience you want to be associated with. If
Right.
it's Shimaru Live Darshan or Star Style for top devotion, content that you can reach out to senior citizens or during festivals to drive engagement. If it's a young parents you wanted to go after, then you can talk to a Wild Planet skill that has animal sounds, and it can be a good way to reach them. Or even simple things like reaching in music. So anybody who is using a playlist today in Hangama audio can be approached using Alexa solutions. So we must note that at the crux of all this is the ability to drive a two-way immersive engagement with your customer, which is a unique capability today that connected audio platforms provide.
Wow. Of course. That's almost like saying that you can have an always on dialogue with the device, and
Absolutely.
you can make the connection as deep as you want it to be. But I agree with you that it is not a platform which you can sort of just, dabble with, without
Yeah.
a strategy or without a long-term commitment, because it does need to be like you say, give put a you mentioned a very relevant example of social media. Like we've seen examples of brands who have really been at it and have really
Yeah.
sort of beautifully grown that the channels for themselves, and brands who perished because they've just sort of done it tactically and they've not invested time and effort behind it. Similarly, in case of a space like this, uh, I hear you that it needs time, effort, the right expertise, and the right investments to be able to sort of see through a long term journey. So that
Mhm.
clearly helps. And what I also am taking away is that there's actually a use case a marketer can create for every possible business objective or every possible problem they're trying
Yeah,
to solve for. So, of
absolutely.
course, having said that, and India is a very, India is a very conversational market. So, what better platform than voice to be able to bridge that gap, right? And like
Yeah.
you said, it's a two-way, medium. So, since it's a two-way medium, how would you recommend marketers can look at it for building rich branded experiences using Alexa as a platform?
Yeah, we have done a bunch of use cases. Let me talk about some of the key ones that come to me. One
Yeah.
of those is our work, which we did with Cadbury's last year on around Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has always been associated with love, with romantic ideas, and Cadbury reached out to us trying to get a creative gesture with voice
Yeah.
on getting romantic ideas. So we partnered with them to make a engagement experience on a skill where customers, when they say, Alexa, how far will you go for love, could actually were actually presented with a bunch of options to surprise their partner on a special day. So this interaction actually ended with a seamlessly integrated call to action saying, add Cadbury Silk to your cart on the Amazon shopping app. So this allowed us to not just be relevant, but
Right.
also get marketers to track how the engagement was going for them. We
Right.
also amplified this with the brand as a part of their mass media campaign, saying, how far will you go to make them blush, which was a part of their Silk campaign. So the core idea being build awareness, nudge the customers to try Alexa branded experience through skill, and try the Cadbury Silk social handles. So the campaign actually won us a lot of industry awards as well for being innovative and integrating technology seamlessly. That is one of the examples I could think of where you already have something ready and want to market it for engagement.
Right.
Taking
Right.
another example of a brand that wants to launch something new, we have worked with Samsung in the past where they've been looking to drive awareness for a new premium experience of Samsung Galaxy launch.
Okay.
Where we told them on not just coming to us and using Alexa for audio ads on Hangama music streams. This
Mm-hmm.
ensured they got a really large reach with the customer base of Alexa users who were listening to music on Hangama. The
Mm.
brand was able to spread awareness, reach out to a large audience, as well as drive a call to action saying, high impact properties experience the Z phone today. So this is how we can actually cater to a niche branded experience as well, and spread
Sure.
it to a very large audience. The last
Sure.
but not the least is an example that I have from Thumbs Up. So cricket is
Right.
something that everybody wants to associate with as a
Right.
brand during, say, the World Cup. For the World
Right.
Cup last year, Thumbs Up came up to us saying they wanted to amplify their stump camp property. We
Mm.
gave them sponsorship for our flagship skill called Daily Cricket Trivia, where customers
Mm-hmm.
come to the skill and ask questions about the game, ask questions about the match today, as well as their general knowledge and awareness about cricket. So that skill actually had a sorry, that skill actually gave customers a chance to try and answer the question again with the help of just listening to an ad. It was a very innovative way of giving rewarded ads to the customer inside the skill. Not just did it drive awareness to the stump camp property, the promotion went live to millions of customers on the Amazon shopping app through our Fun Zone gaming experience. Not just this, we also have a host of interactive audio ads and theme packs where you could customize the personality of Alexa that are planned for launch in 2023. So watch out for those.
Wow. Wow. You really left us asking for more. And those were some fantastic examples. And I can't help but tell you and our listeners that the example you mentioned on Cadbury's, and you said that it's won a lot of
Yeah,
industry awards. We were one of the award
absolutely.
platforms where it was submitted, and it won lock, stock, and barrel in the voice and audio category,
Absolutely.
and it was very well received, loved by the jury. It was a very, very powerful and well executed campaign. So clearly, those who want to check it out, it's also there on our website in the Smarties India 2022 section. So I think that's again a great example. And I know some of these case studies you spoke about have been described briefly even in the essential guide for voice and
Playbook.
audio marketing, which we are discussing today. So I'm sure those who want to kind of get a little more sort of insight or data on how how the campaign was done can look it up, and those are really helpful examples and very generously kind of thrown here in the conversation. You gave us several of them, so that totally opens up the thinking on how there are ways and ways to leverage
Yeah,
the space, right? So we of course
absolutely.
now with your help and your expertise, you've clearly been able to build a lot of excitement on how innovative the space is, and how it's got unlimited potential on what you can do with it, how you can use it, how it there's a solution for every business problem you're looking to solve. But at the end of it, a marketer being a marketer and an organization being accountable for every rupee spent will want to understand how does one measure success for any
Yeah.
such investment and any such campaign which is done on platforms like these. So what is the right matrix to look for, and how does one really measure success of work like this?
Sure. I think when we look at measurement, there are four pillars to consider: reach, frequency, engagement, and action. For
Right.
audio ads that I spoke about, we can look at ad completion rates, ad plays, frequency of ads as well, to evaluate if the ads reached enough target segment and when the customers found it intrusive or did they find it engaging. Similarly, for Alexa branded experiences like the Cadbury's example, we looked at the impressions driven by the campaign. And in terms of the output, we actually look at the trials or the engagement and unique users and add to carts there. For sponsored skills like the daily cricket trivia example, we also look at audio ad plays in between and ad acceptance or completion rates. So
Hmm.
while this space is new, evolving, we do have some markers for success here. But
Hmm.
for having
Understood.
said that, for a long-term and comprehensive campaign, we are happy to help with even brand lift studies to understand the
Hmm.
impact on mind for measurements of a brand. This space is still evolving, but it's here to stay, and we will be working with the brands and the marketeers to evolve with them on what success metrics work better for them.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So I think what I hear you say is that, the success matrix can vary depending on whether your objective is, upper funnel marketing or lower funnel
Yeah.
marketing, and, whether it's a matrix which needs to be more active and measurable versus matrix which is more qualitative and more, sort of brand led. So yes, so Tina, this has been extremely helpful. We've been able to really understand, the space of connected audio solutions a lot more deeply than we did before. So I'm sure with this discussion and with help of the guide that we've released, where your team has been highly instrumental in giving us the needed understanding as well. So we're hoping that this becomes a great resource for marketers and for those in the industry looking to innovate and experiment with the medium. And to obviously keep in mind all the advice you gave us in terms of how it should be looked at in a long term format, and how there should be continuous investment into improvising the experience and the engagement that is built in the voice environment. So, on that note, I would like to say a big thank you on behalf of MMA and the MMA India Voice and Audio Council, who is actively evangelizing the voice and audio marketing narrative. And your company is also associated with the council, and it's been extremely helpful to get out the needed understanding for the marketers to understand the space better and to adopt it at scale. So that's a wrap from our side, and we've clearly landed home the point of how effective and engaging the voice and audio space can be, especially with now connected audio solutions being available to us to drive a lot more customer experiences and richer engagement. And like Teena said, a very immersive two-way engagement. And now that we also have AI to our disposal, it can only disrupt the technology further and bring to fold many more success stories. So let me know what your day with connected audio devices look like, and how do you use the connected audio environment in your daily lives. Tag us at IVM Podcasts and share your day with connected audio solutions and what you do with it and how your experience has been. So let's get back to our connected world of smart TV, wearables, smart homes, and more. And don't forget to download your copy of the playbook from the description below. Stay safe and keep listening to the Vox podcast series, your one-stop pod for everything voice and audio. Thank you, Teena. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure as well. Let there be voice.
Absolutely.